Hi, I'm Proctor and I'm from Connectcast, and I'm here today to talk to you, Glenthorne, about creating an advert for your football academy. After reading through the brief, I found out that the advert has to be 25 to 30 seconds long and has to show the academy as fun, educational as well as demanding. I will be aiming the advert at 14 to 16 year olds and their parents to try and help persuade them to join the academy, and within the PowerPoint I'll be discussing the research I found out. About the academy. To get into the Glenthorne Academy, you have to have 5 A to C's, including Maths and English, and you have to pass or get through the team trials. The course is 2 years, over a 2-year period, and you'll be training 3 times a week by UEFA qualified coaches, so they're qualified to train like professional football teams. We will be playing in high football standards, in leagues and cups, so players will be gaining a vast amount of experience, as well as receiving their coaching badge and refereeing certificate, so they have future possibilities if they don't make it in football. You have to be age 16 at the start of the year, so obviously going into your first year of sixth form. You'll be studying 4 A-levels throughout the year, or the 2 years, sorry, and you will be learning either A-level physical education or level 3 BTEC sport. You'll be given training and match kit for the 2 years, and you'll use all the school facilities, which include IT rooms, a common room, and you have the opportunity to go on school trips, which include going to New York and sort of taking part in World Challenge. The audience. The academy is aimed at students who of course are going into their first year of sixth form and are interested in playing football. We will of course be aiming at their parents as well, to try and influence them to allow their kids to go to the academy, showing that it's good for them and will help them in their future. To find out who the audience were, I talked to people who are already in the academy and asked their opinions on what types of people they are, so we can aim at a similar audience. On top of this, we are making people in the local areas aware by putting up posters and that, so they know about the academy and what it offers to them. And the advert itself will of course showing that they need to be prepared for hard work on and off the pitch. The market. For the market research, it required me to find out products that were similar to our academy itself and the competitors and what the competitors offers and their strengths and weaknesses. And as you can see here, these are the 3 main competitors that I came up with: Stanley Park High School and the Carshaw Athletic Football Academy, Lewisham College and the Charlton Athletic Football Academy, and the Kingston College Staines Town SC Academy. And to get the information of these, I looked at a variety of different internet sources. The Stanley Park and the Carshaw Athletic is aimed at young footballers between the ages of 16 and 18 who want to continue further education or striving to become a semi-professional footballer. They have a 2-year period, and half the week they'll be studying and the other half they'll be doing training, which they have 6 to 9 hours a week. They play at a high level, just as the Glenthorne Academy do. The Lewisham College play against the best teams, including Chelsea, Real Madrid and stuff like that, in international tournaments, and use the Charlton Athletic first team training grounds to train. They're coached and scouted by UEFA qualified coaches such as Glenthorne Academy, and will gain valuable qualifications such as BTECs, MVQs and VRQs. And when they're in their 3rd year, they can begin to earn up to £150 a week if they're still playing for the academy. And the Kingston College in the Staines Town aim to develop young footballers by giving them 6 hours of outdoor training sessions a week, as well as structured gym sessions by personal trainers. They too have licensed coaches who have A and B Football Association license, which is the same as the coaches that we have. And they offer full-time academic courses including A-levels and BTEC. But why is ours better? Ours is better because we give all the players a chance to receive their coaching badge and referee certificate. This means that when they finish, if they're not good enough or haven't reached becoming a professional footballer, then they can still be part of the game. And on top of this, they also learn 4 A-levels of their choice, which will help them in the future as well when getting a job and stuff. And of course, the high standards, which is the same as all the other academies, gives them experience and the chance to be scouted by higher upper teams. key findings. From the survey, I asked mainly people between the ages of 14 and 17, but I did ask parents who had kids who wanted to attend the academy as well. And from these, I asked 30 people in total, and 26 of these 30 people were aware of Glenthorne, and a further 19 of these knew about the football academy. 63% of these 19 people knew that they received 4 A-levels while they were within the academy, and 12 of the 30 said that they would be happy to attend the academy. Whilst trying to find out where we should advertise the advert, I found out that 19 of the people use YouTube regularly, and I found out that the most popular TV channels were BBC, ITV and Sky One. 15 of the people that we asked watched 2 to 4 hours of TV a day, and mainly between the hours of 3 PM to 6 PM and then 7 PM to 10 PM. So that would be like the prime time viewing for us to put an advert on TV. And the survey was completed in Sutton High Street on Friday the 6th of April, and I asked both men and women, teenagers and adults, that range from the ages of 14 to over 40. The results I found. As a result from all my research, I found out that we need to be aiming at students as well as the parents to help persuade them of letting their children join the academy. I found out that the contact details and the relevant information of the school and the academy need to be shown bold so everyone can see them, and this information includes the A-levels, what they'll receive and the length of the course. I found that placing the advert on ITV would be most suitable sort of in the evenings on weekdays, because on ITV they have football matches, so I thought like during the half time or after it while you still got your audience would be the best idea, as well as putting it on YouTube because it can gain extra viewers and like a worldwide exposure, because then anyone can view it when they wish. Putting up lots of information about the academy and like all sort of footage about the coaching badge, the facilities, players in training and that will help persuade players because they can see what it's like. Because most players, when they want to join somewhere, they want to see what you're doing, and like if we showed a lot of footage of them playing as well, they'll feel like they're getting a lot of game time, and that's what people most like want to do. Right, my first idea, we'll start off with a panning shot across the school banner, which is outside the school of the academy, before cutting to lots of different shots of the students playing in games as well as learning in the school facilities. I will use the slogan to appear in the sort of the trail of the ball, so you can also appears then it's sort of bold and sticks in the memory of the reader. And we will have shots of the coach speaking the contact details, which will start as a talking head but will go into a voiceover, so that it doesn't get boring. Contact details will of course be included as well, and the ad will end by the ball being kicked at the camera. And then here's a short animatic I made for it. Glenthorne's Football Academy. The very best training facilities and the best education available. 5 A to C to 5, including maths and English. And you study up to 4 A-levels, receive your coaching badge and a referee certificate. The academy uses specially trained coaches, so it's the place to be. Yeah, so as I said, this advert is to attract students to join the football academy. It is aimed at their parents as well, from all different backgrounds, and we signify that the student can study the A-levels as well as participating in the academy. And obviously they'll be keeping their educational values, which include hard work, dedication, teamwork, as well as keeping fit and healthy by training regularly. The logo, slogan and the contact details will appear within the advert, so parents and students can get a variety of information and all the information they need to know. The voiceover and talking head will be used to create a better effect on the audience, so as they can see the coaches as well, they'll get familiarised with the type of people that the academy has. I will use fast-paced cutting shots to keep the ad snappy and that, so the viewer doesn't get bored, and so that sort of attracts everyone to keep watching. And there will be a realist narrative. We will use lots of different camera angles and camera shots to create different effects, like low angle shots of the coach which show that the coach has high importance and information like that. The second idea, we'll start off with a fast-paced build-up with quick cutting shots of the players, coaches and the facilities, which will create a short introduction. It will then move into a game scenario, which will cut between shots of the players, as I just said, and contact details, which will appear in a format like this. So you have like a talking head of what the academy's like, and across the bottom it will have all the contact details and the slogan and all the information that you require. And then there will be a quick couple of shots of the academics before finishing with the team and the logo in the background, like a big team photo and that. And then here's the animatic that I created for this idea.
Liverpool's Football Academy uses a offering of facilities indoors and outdoors, including a brand new multi-purpose gym. It has high-tech educational facilities, such as 4 A-levels, achieve a coaching badge or refereeing certificate. Simply apply by entering our trials and having achieved 5 A to C. Be a part of the team, be a part of
Sorry about that. And yeah, again, this advert will signify the key values that Glenpool stand by and what the Academy stand by, which include determination, dedication, sportsmanship, teamwork, and many others. It will be aimed again at students from all backgrounds, so we can get a variety of different people within the Academy that are all prepared to put in the hard work. The logo and the slogan will be incorporated, as I said, with the logo being a part of the team, behind the team, and the slogan in the Sky Sports News format. Subtitles will be included, because when we get a voiceover of the coach or players signifying what they enjoy about the academy, we will use this across the bottom. So yeah, a couple of short interviews which will be incorporated in with the subtitles. There will be fast cutting shots to keep the ad entertaining, and so the viewer doesn't get bored, as well as an over-the-shoulder shot to, of course, keep a variety of different shots. And the over-the-shoulder shot will be showing of the academics, looking at a teacher or computer. And of course this will be a really narrative as well as being slightly dramatic as well, to emphasise how serious the academy is. My final idea will be a documentary style advert that will again begin by panning across the school banner and will go into low angle shot of one player within the academy. The contact details will roll across the bottom with slow paced shots of the one player himself, so it'll be like circling the player as he's taking part of a match, getting like emotions and how much effort he's really putting in. This will include a short interview with him talking, and then you will end with the academy, or the advert, with the players celebrating, just so there's like a winning team in that. And then here's the animatic I created for this idea.
passion, commitment, dedication, respect, sportsmanship. Only a handful of qualities. Only hard work will keep you through. 4 A-levels, a coaching badge, and a refereeing certificate. Kickstart your career. Just hit the back of the net. Only a Champions Football Academy.
And then yeah, as I said, this documentary, or this advert will be a documentary and will follow just one player, within his life at the academy, and give players who are wanting to join a better insight of the lifestyle that someone has around the school and the training. It will be a very dramatic advert, and we'll use subtitles and facial expressions to show the effort and the enjoyment that the players are getting from the academy. A short interview and the voiceover will be included, and this will signify the player saying what he likes about the academy and why. Again, it will show the key values. This is a very important part of the academy, such as passion, commitment, leadership, and it will reach out to those who are very passionate about football, as it will give them like an in-depth analysis of what the academy is all about. And again, we use different camera shots and angles to keep the ad interesting. My production research, I found out many facts and figures, for example that 19 of the 30 people were aware of the academy, and that 12 of these knew that we offered 4 A-levels. I gained most of my information through a variety of internet sources on the competitors and about the academy, and I also used this leaflet here to gain more information about the academy if you want to have a look as well. And I held surveys in certain high street to get information about my audience and where I should place the advert. For resources, we have all the equipment, or we have access to all the equipment that we would be needing for filming, as well as we could purchase them and we'd have all the equipment that the academy would use, as they're a professional outlet, so they'll have all their own facilities and that. We decided that for filming we would need a HD camcorder, a tripod and a TV monitor so we could see what we were filming. We would need Final Cut for 3 days to edit, to be able to use the software to edit, and we would require a technician. We found out that this would come to a total of just over £500. The viability of the advert is very viable, as we have access to everything we need, and it wouldn't be too difficult getting like the variety of shots and all the shots that we would require. And the placement for the advert, we would be putting that onto the Glenthorne High School website, so that people who want to find out about the academy have an easy place to locate it, with all the other information that they require. And we will put it on YouTube to gain worldwide exposure, as we found out that 65% of the people we asked do use YouTube. Thank you for watching, and if anyone has any questions, I'll be willing to answer them.
You mentioned the World Challenge. What's the World Challenge?
Well, so when I think they did one last year, where students get the opportunity to go to Thailand and sort of help out. Like I think they built like a house sort of thing, like mud hut type stuff like that, for like help get clean water and stuff for children that are in need. Yeah.
So that would be really good,
Really good
for
in that,
especially for kids in areas that maybe can't access that kind of. That's great. Sounds really great.
Where else are you thinking with your placement? So it can ultimately end up on our website, but we're thinking bigger than that. So in terms of television,
Well, yeah, I stated earlier that we'll be placing it on ITV, sort of during football matches, because then we have like a prime audience already on that channel.
I wonder whether we can afford that particular slot. It would be great to put it there, that's a really good idea, but I think we don't have the money. So what kind of slot are you thinking we might be able to realistically put it into?
Well, there is the opportunity of putting it on Dave or E4, because obviously it's not as big of a channel, but it's still big enough to be able to get like viewers to see it and more exposure for the advert and the company.
So how would you be thinking of escalating that in a sort of a viral way then?
What do you mean?
On YouTube, if you've got the advert on YouTube, how would you sort of get exposure in it? How would you get lots and lots of people to watch it basically? Because if we can't afford to advertise on ITV, obviously that would be a really great strategy for us. I'm just wondering a bit more in depth how that would work.
Hopefully people will sort of, if we can try and make people more aware and if we get enough views, it sort of comes up on the top rated and that. So hopefully if we were able to do that, then it would give more people, a wider audience, the chance to view it. And if we tag it under a lot of tags, when people type like football in, hopefully it'll pop up and they'll be inclined to have a look at it.
That's a good idea,
Okay. Thank you very much, George.
Yeah.
Brilliant.